Health is good. Food is about halfway down. Oxygen is not bad. Let's cleanse ourselves. Yeah, that sounded terrible, didn't it? But you know, it's not a bad thing to cleanse yourself. I'm just saying. Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11. 11.0.1, build 2714 to be precise. I am an old guy gaming, and we are going to start a new series with Project Eden. Okay, and with a twist this time too. Okay, so we are going to continue. We're going to continue playing on the very hardest settings that you can possibly play on the game. So that's going to continue, but on top of that, we are going to make this a permadeath series. This is going to be a dead is dead series. That's right, you heard me. If I die, it's all over, baby, and we got to start over with a new life. If you guys didn't already know this, I am doing this on 7 Days to Die as well, on Alpha 18 of 7 Days to Die, and it's doing, the series is doing really well. I'm having a hell of a fun time. And it really makes you play the game differently when, if you die, you die, So I want to try this on Empyrion too, and I've thought about doing this in the past, but I think now's a good time to do it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be playing a permadeath series. Now, here's the rules. If I die to, for any reason other than either a bug or a technical glitch, okay? So if I get killed because of a bug or some kind of technical issue that I can prove, then it's over, and we got to completely start over from scratch with a brand new life on a brand new seed. Now, as far as the seeds go, I'm not sure how much that affects Project Eden. I'm not sure about that. So Raven Gaming, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments if the seeds actually change, the planets or not. I don't know the answer to that. So if they do, then each time we start over, we'll start on a new seed. So I'm not playing with the same exact planets and stuff. If we can't, then, well, we can't. There's nothing we can do about that. And yes, we will be starting on the dead planet, of course, because this is all about doing it the hardest possible way you can do it. Now, just a couple of quick IRL things. As a lot of you guys know, my wife and I are dealing with some, pretty severe medical issues with her over the next several months. And so due to that and due to other things going on, work, other series that I have going on the channel, streaming, just all kinds of things going on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to release a video every day like I've been doing, but what I will endeavor to do is release several videos a week, but probably not going to be able to do daily videos as we move forward into these coming months. I'm going to have, a couple of fairly long business trips coming up at the very first part of the year too. So just lots of stuff coming up. So I just want to, set that expectation. I will do the best that I can, to release frequently, several videos a week, we'll say, but probably not every single day moving forward. Okay. It's just the way it is. We gotta deal with what life brings us and move forward. Okay. All right. I think that's kind of it for the preamble. Now let's take a look at the game settings here. So we're going to start a game. You can see I'm on Alpha 11 here now. And if I didn't already mention this, I'm going to skip vanilla altogether. We're just going to start right off the bat with Alpha 11 Project Eden because Raven Gaming's already updated to 11. So kudos to him for doing that so quickly, man. That's just fantastic. The other reason is I just don't have time to do 2 Empyrion series. We tried to do that for a little while, and I just ended up not being able to do that. And I would much rather play Project Eden just because of it has so much more to offer than vanilla does. Not knocking vanilla at all, but I just want to do Project Eden. I can only do one, so Project Eden it is. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and go to single player. We're going to select scenario. I've already got this set to Project Eden Alpha 11. So what we'll do is we're going to call the game names Dead is Dead Life 1, and then if we die we start over, and then we'll do Life 2, Life 3, etc., etc. Okay, so let's set that. Like I said, I'm not really sure. See, determines how the world is procedurally generated. The same seed means the same world. So I'm going to assume that that's that's the same on Project Eden too, okay? So as far as the seed goes, I mean, let's do this. Let's put in 1967, which is my birth date, and then the next one will be 1968, 1969. I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it really matters. That's just what we're gonna do, okay? So 1967. Oh shit, that's not good. Continue. Does it, here, let's try a random seed. Internal error, what the hell? Okay, okay, well, let's just keep going. I don't know if that's gonna cause a problem or not. Shit. Okay, so difficulty settings. Everything's hard, but let's also make a couple of additional changes. All right, so we want the spawn limit to be true. We want the block limit to be true. We want mass and volume on, and we want the CPU points turned on too. I have zero experience with the CPU point system. I've read about it. I've watched 1 or 2 videos on how it works. I have not messed around with it myself. So this is going to be brand new to me, and just add to all, you know, the entire struggle that we're going to have to go through to get everything to work. But we'll eventually figure it out, okay? So those are the settings, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you can make this game any harder than this. This is about as hard as it gets, and we're starting on the hardest planet start here in Project Eden. Okay, now one more thing before we get started here. We learned that in the last season that we did this, I learned some important things about starting on this planet. And that was basically that you've absolutely got to keep from getting too cold. Because when you get too cold, then your food starts draining. And what ultimately was the biggest problem that I had when we started out here in the last season was food. I was starving to death, literally starving to death. And much of that was brought on because I allowed myself to get too cold. So our very, very first priority, as soon as we step out that door, is to find a heater. And then once we find that heater, we must not, under any circumstances, allow ourselves to get too cold, which means we're going to have to move slower. We're going to have to stop frequently and set that thing down until we can get to a point where we, you know, can build ourselves a hover vessel and then a small vessel, you know, with a cockpit to keep us warm, and a base and all that sort of thing. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that, you know, I spent a lot of time and effort trying to get a mushroom farm going with very little return for the effort. And so after, you know, looking at the comments that a lot of you guys were leaving, and a couple of you telling me that you've actually managed to play on these hardest settings and get off that planet without dying, and tells me that it is doable. But you know, overwhelmingly everybody said that the thing you need to do is you need to loot. You need to get yourself a hover vessel so you can stay warm and just loot. And if we loot enough places, we'll find enough rations to take care of the food, and we'll eventually find, you know, a better armor which will keep us warmer. And then, you know, once we can kind of get the cold and the food issue licked, then it's just really a matter of time before we get off the planet. Okay, now there's one more caveat to all of this. For those of you who have been watching me play, you know, if you watch the first Project Eden series, I worked very hard and very long to, you know, bring in a capital ship and get to the point where we could start actually exploring the map, because that's one of the things that's just awesome about this scenario is there's so many cool places to explore. And we just kind of scratched the surface of that in the last season because I wasn't really well equipped. Okay, here's what I don't want to do this time around. I don't want to do the same exact grind all over again and literally take 2 or 3 real-time months in real life to get far enough along so that we can go do that. So what I'm going to do is once I get off of the dead planet and find a planet to make a home base and kind of, you know, at least get the start of that going, I'm going to allow myself to spawn in the chisel, the J-Jet, pretty much all of the same equipment that I had, and a reasonable estimation of the resources that I had when we stopped this first season. Okay, and that way we can much more quickly get started with the exploration and really enjoy this scenario. Okay. I need to do that for myself, guys, because here again, I just don't want to go through that entire grind all over again. And you have to keep in mind that on these hard settings, everything takes longer, right? It takes longer to level. Everything, degrades faster. It takes, we don't have as much ore. The blueprints take a million years to come in. Everything takes a long time to craft, and it's just, it's not fun for me, for it to be that grindy, and it's not fun for you guys to watch. So again, I'm just setting the expectations up front. So let me repeat that. Once we get off of the dead planet and we find a home base, okay, another planet that we can, set up a base, I am going to spawn in the chisel, the jade jet, the camel miner, and also, spawn in more or less the resources that we left off with. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to, do something that I'm going to feel is reasonable, so that we can more or less start where we left off and get going and spend a lot of fun time just exploring this scenario. Okay, so that's the deal. So hope everybody's cool with that. And yeah, one life to live, guys. One life to live. If I die, we start over. Oh my God. Okay. Now, I'm probably going to only do the dead is dead thing and start over on the dead planet whilst we're still on the dead planet. Once we escape the dead planet, then after that, if we die, we'll play that one by ear. Okay. We'll play that one by ear. I think, yeah, I don't know. Let's just wait and see where we're at once we get that far, and, we'll go from there. Okay. But I think, where it's going to be more significant is where we have such a high probability of dying. That's where, it's going to be exciting and significant. But, once we get out there and get everything going, I might decide, to transition from permadeath to just like a normal series, or I might not. I don't know. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Or maybe what we'll do is, if we die after we escape the dead planet, we don't have to necessarily restart on the dead planet. Maybe we could restart on some of the other planets, which I'd kind of like to do just to see what that kind of a start's like. The only reason I'm doing the dead planet is not because I love the place. It's freaking hell, man. But because it's the hardest setting. And, so I do this because it's a challenge, right? It's almost like it's an experiment. Can you actually play this game on these hardest settings and make a good go at it? That's kind of the driving force behind it. Okay. Well, I think that's enough preamble. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and all that, but let's go ahead and get started and wish me luck. Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for those of you who may not be familiar, with the dead planet start here on Project Eden, let's kind of just go through the story here. You awaken from years of cryosleep after a nuclear war devastated your planet. Power is failing in the facility, and you can't stay here long. Grab your emergency supplies from the lockers and head outside. Explore the planet to scavenge for survival supplies and resources, and learn what happened here. That's another thing, too, that I totally just didn't even realize, that there was an actual storyline to Project Eden. And now I do know that, and so we're gonna be doing that too, and looking out for the clues and enjoying the story. Welcome to Project Eden. Useful information on the scenario can be found in the Empyriopedia section of the PDF. All right, let's go. So let's look at this for a second. Project Eden general information. What's new? Frequently asked questions. Does this scenario work? Okay, so it looks like this is kind of more technical stuff that's probably all on excuse me, Gesundheit. That's probably all on the Steam community site, so I'm not going to spend game time reading through all of this, at least not on camera. I might look at it off camera, but Yeah, this is actually, it's really cool stuff. So let's see, what is this? Let's actually go through some of this, because this is more relevant to, you know, the actual playing of the game itself and not more like technical information. So let's just kind of look at this. The scenario uses random sector generation, which means each time you start a new game with a different seed, you'll get a different solar system. Okay, so that does answer that question. That's perfect, because that means when we do start over, after we die with a new life, we will use a different seed and it will be different. So that way, you know, I can't learn, you know, the pattern or where everything is, and add, you know, just add to the challenge. There is some consistency, but planet names and positions are randomized. Even planets of the same type can vary between games with different POIs and terrain. Most seeds generate about 80 planets, 100 moons, and over 300 playfields. That's freaking awesome. Eden is split up into 3 main parts. Some types of planets, moons, and space content can only be found in some areas of Eden. The inner solar system. This is the area of the sector map that's closest to the sun. Here is where you'll find hot planets and Zascosium. Space here is hot and bright. The middle solar system, habitable zone. Not too close and not too far from the central star. The home to many of the habitable planets. Trade stations and pirate outposts can commonly be found in space. This is where the starter planets are located. Outer solar system, outer rim. Far from the central star, the outer rim contains colder planets, and space is especially cold. Here you can find a restroom and alien data caches for hacking. Interesting. Okay. If this stuff was in the earlier version, I'm such a nooblet for not even looking at it. Okay, planets Eden vary in extremes from ultra-hot midnight planets to super cold ice worlds to the more tame tropical or jungle planets or mysterious plasma worlds. Contains a mix of default and custom planets. Important to check the descriptions of each planet before you visit them, as some can have different challenges to overcome, such as sensor interference or warnings about high gravity or hostile forces. That's really cool. Moons in Eden are typically good sources of 1 or 2 types of resources, such as cobalt or iron-rich barren moons or promethium-rich crystal moons. Okay, promethium's on the crystal moons. Check the descriptions of each moon can lead to some nice surprises. Navigating the sector map. Okay, this is just... yeah, I think this is mostly just the same Empyrion stuff. The sector map has changed in Alpha 11. Unfortunately, it's more difficult to navigate. Until multiple solar systems are added, it will continue to be, but these tips can help. Yeah, so we know how to rotate the camera, pan, and zoom. We know all about that stuff. Click on it and select orbit. Okay, maybe we better read this. To view information on a space orbit, click on it and then click orbit in the upper left. To view information on a planet or moon, select sector list in the upper left and click on the planet on the map and then click planet or moon in the sector list. Yeah, okay, I think that's the same as vanilla. Pretty sure that it is. We can do a 2D view or a 3D view in warplanes. Okay, yeah, I think that's mostly the same. All right, so good information. Mining. Okay, yeah, so this just kind of tells us what planets we can find stuff. I'm not going to read all of that right now. Changes to default traders. We better look at this. Some prices for default traders have been changed. The money you get from selling T1 tools, weapons, and EVA boosts has been reduced. Bulk traders have been added that buy and or sell quantities of items, but not necessarily at the best prices. These can include refineries that buy ore and sell ingots, farms that buy farming supplies and sell raw ingredients, or quartermasters that buy water. Many traders deal in goods that are only available from trading or from looting special POIs. For example, only biological researchers will buy alien organisms. Okay, very cool. Trade routes. Profitable trade routes have been added. Buy trade commodities of one and sell them to another for a profit. Most factory traders list which goods you can buy or sell at a profit. Most factory traders list. Okay, that could be interesting, because that, you know, that we could actually do some trade routes, you know, and use that as a viable way to, you know, work the economy, because the economy's always been kind of lame in Empyrion, in vanilla anyways. Captured prisoners. Sometimes you may come across a prisoner in need of help. They may be willing to pay top price for a weapon to exact revenge on their enemies or communications equipment to contact their friends. All these prisoners are in the admin faction and will accept help from anyone regardless of your reputation level. That's cool. Okay, informational traders. Some traders are being used as NPCs with important or useful dialogue. They may tell you a secret code. We needed one of those last time, didn't we? Or about a rumor elsewhere in the solar system. Very cool. And then rare good traders. Rarely you may find traders who buy or sell specific and rare items such as an epic drill. These traders are few and far between and not always in an obvious place. That is awesome. Okay, if you miss, that's why you won't be able to purchase more items than fit in your player inventory. This is a known issue and the game devs are aware. Until this bug is fixed, trading high volume items may be tedious or impossible. Oh. Yeah, that kind of sucks, actually, because, if this was real, you could still buy stuff in quantity. It's not like you're going to carry it in your own pocket. And I'm not at all, blaming actually anybody for it. It's just kind of where the game is right now. All right, well, this is a list of the commodities and stuff, so we might pay a little bit more attention to that. We'll see. Exploration. There's a lot to find in Eden, from ancient tombs to salvageable shipwrecks and ruins. Some things are hidden and do not show up on the map at all. Rarely, you might even find valuable goods you can sell to certain traders. If you're very lucky, you might even find special wrecks or capturable ships you can fly. Exploration is meant to be rewarding and one of the main fundamentals of the scenario. There's a lot to find out there. That's why, like I said, I want to get, as soon as we get off the dead planet, I just want to spawn my ships back in. And by the way, we're going to have to redo those ships for the CPU too. That's another thing. And not, go through all that grind again. Eden contains many new POIs, from caves and abandoned tombs to wrecks and villages to alien fortresses and motherships. Woo, okay. Many POIs contain secrets, so be on the lookout. Some might contain custom loot to sell to traders, or could contain raw or refined ingots. Hacking information. Sometimes in the Outer Rim, you can find alien data caches in orbit. These caches can be hacked into by solving a puzzle. Caches will have instructions on an LCD screen showing you what needs to be done. Solving the puzzle will allow you to access the loot, while failure may result in self-destruction of the cache. Yeah, we've come across that a couple times. Hacking rewards you with holographic screens that can be sold to data researchers, commonly found on UCA's research ships and stations, usually found in the Middle Solar System or at a Cajun Corp dry dock. Holographic screens can be safely stored in cargo, but attempting to directly place them on your ship will render them worthless. Okay, well, that's important to know. All right, well, that's some cool information, guys. Cool information. I'm glad we took the time to read that, because I didn't take the time to read that before. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rolling here. Press F. Oh, let me remap my keys here. I always remap my key, my F key to E, because every other game I play uses E as the action key. And then what we're going to do for the roll keys is we're going to go to the mouse, and we're going to mouse button 4 and mouse button 5 for the roll keys. Okay, everything else we'll keep at the default, but those things there. All right, so that should take care of that. Here we go. Okay, let's do this, you guys. Oh my goodness. Why do I seem like I'm moving more quickly? The other thing we have to make sure and not do is sprint. We have to make sure we don't sprint either. You know what? Did we lose, we probably were sitting there losing food while I was reading all of that. I'll bet you we were, huh? All right, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, well, hold on. Let me look at something. If we go back into here, okay, because my food was at 73. Let's just wait a couple of moments and pretend like we're reading more stuff. So yada 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 da 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 wada wada yada lada lada, and then we get back out. It's at 71. I'm pretty sure we started though with more food than that. So because you know what we're gonna do, we're gonna start over, only because here again, that information we needed to read, it was useful information, but I couldn't afford to lose all that food. So I hope you guys are okay with that. If you're not, too bad, we're doing it anyways. Okay, so let's go to start a game, single player scenario, Project Eden. We're gonna call this one Dead is Dead Life 1A. We're gonna just leave the seed as it is. So 57.7. Well, you know what? Let's actually randomize it. We're gonna get this weird error, but it doesn't seem to actually hurt anything. All the settings back to hard with these all set to true. All right, so those are the settings. Everything is on the hardest it can possibly be. Click OK. And we need to go back to the dead planet. Okay, so we are on the dead planet, and Vardum is what it's called. And here we go. Let's do it again. Okay, let's do this. All right, so we are gonna move. We're not gonna waste any time at all. Armor's already on, so that's good. Our first order of business now is we've got to find the heater. We've got to find the heater and a motorcycle. So let's get this down here. Let's put these here, and we'll put the oxygen. Actually, no, here we'll do this. Put the oxygen there. Put the bandage there. The rest, we'll put the we'll put that there. We don't need an extra multi-tool. There's just no purpose in it. This we want to put down here, I think. And we don't need an extra flashlight. I'm going to keep the armor, I guess, for now. Not in case we have an opportunity to, you know, use it again. Okay, let's put our jetpack on. And we're immediately heading to the closest alien supply cache. So there's one at 243 meters that way. And then there's one out that way. Let's go. We will not sprint. We will use our jetpack to move as quickly as possible. But sprinting will use more of our food more quickly. We're going to hope and pray that we find the heater in this first supply cache. And after that, you know, the motorcycle. We need both of them, of course, but the heater we need first. So we gotta... looks like we have a little starter quest here to explore the planet. Alright. Please have a heater. Please have a heater. Oh, shit. Okay, there's no heater, but there is a motorcycle. Okay, we're not even going to bother looting anything else. Let's immediately head for this next alien supply cache here. Heater is the absolute #1 first thing we got to get. Oh, shit. We're already getting too cold. The opportunity, I believe, is going to be a POI. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's great that these trees are really close by, too. That's going to be helpful, because in my first playthrough, we, there weren't any trees nearby, so it was a real hassle. Alright, what do we get out of that? We got some more food and some more bandages. We got one anti-radiation pill. Now, we can deal with radiation by finding a bed and putting it back down as a shower. Where... Wait, did I not get the motorcycle? Oh, shit, I didn't. Okay. Alright, well, let's just keep... Oh, it's right there. Duh. I was gonna say, what the hell? We'll come back here later and check the other loot. So right now, let's go to the opportunity. No one has lived here for a long time. Where did they go? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, let's get off this thing. Let's get this down. We do not want to get too cold. Okay, so we're at 77. Unfortunately, you can only set this down outside. So let's set this base here to private. Okay, and then we're going to set this to retrieve blocks. And then we go on in quickly and we pick up... Oh, there's no bed in here. Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. It's right here. Oh, gotta load it. Okay, now let's go back up and warm up quickly. Quickly. And what we'll do is we'll probably just set up our base of operations kind of in this little area here. So I'm gonna put the shower. Let's put it up there, so we can just reach up and grab it. Okay, and that takes care of our body radiation. Now, as long as we can stay, you know, relatively close to this, we will not have any more radiation problems on this planet. You know, this or another one like it, I should say. And, you know, once we get a cockpit, you know, then that's going to protect us from the radiation too. Okay, so we've got that. We've got that first thing taken care of. Our food is really bad, so I'm going to go ahead and eat the 2 energy bars and the canned veggies. Okay, but I'm going to save these 2 rations, so that gets us up to 350-ish right there. Okay, now, our next order of business is we need to get oxygen under control. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to set these 2 guys down here, yep, like so, and we've got to go mine up 60 stone in total in order to make the ore that we need to then make the water condenser, which will start making oxygen for us. Okay, so that's the next thing we need to do. And so let's head over to these stones here, and we have to get the 60 pieces. 60 pieces of stone. Okay, let's grab that. Set the heater down. As long as we can keep ourselves from getting too cold, you know, our food will last us for a reasonable amount of time. We want resource drill. Okay. Just remember, guys, I am on the hardest settings, and part of those settings means that my food drops way faster than it would on the normal settings. So keep that in mind. We are racing against time, big time racing against time here. Okay. So we've got to get 60 stone in total to make 1 water condenser. And we got level 2 already. That's good. That's actually very good. Okay. How much stone do we have now? We've got 25. Okay, let's just keep working on this. The next closest stone, I guess it doesn't really matter. There's 2 over this way. Here, let's go hit these 2. I'm really happy this wood's nearby, too, because, like I said, you know, wood is going to give us XP. We can just farm, you know, the wood up for the XP. And it's, you know, between that and picking mushrooms and harvesting stone, that's a good way to get XP until we get to the point where we can actually start exploring, and then exploring is going to give us really good XP too. So let's just keep working on trying to get these 60 pieces of stone. Okay, where are we at right now? 43. Okay, let's see. Our next place that we're going to go is, I guess, those stones over that way. This is going to be a big one, so we'll get a lot more stone from this. Okay, let's get our heater put down. Oh, I guess this isn't a ginormous rock. Whoops. Okay, how much stone do we have now? 55. We need 5 more. How's our body radiation looking? 0.6. Okay. Let's see if we can get 5 more out of here. But we've got to go back and get cleaned up before we get to 0.1 body radiation, or then we're going to start having trouble. We just need 5 more stone, game. 4 and... okay, awesome. Whoops. No, don't leave that behind. Don't leave that behind. It's the one thing that's saving our ass. Okay, let's go back to here. I don't have time for that right now. Put this down and hit that. Okay, good. Good. Now, let's see, let's put 30 in there, and we'll make 2 coppers, and we'll put these in here, and we'll make a iron and a copper. Okay? Now that that's going on, we should probably start thinking about trying to loot a few things, you know, just in the immediate vicinity that's not too terribly far away, because we're going to need the stuff for that. Oh, we got a new... oh, nice. Okay, so we're going to go over there next. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hit this guy, and then we're going to circle back and fully loot these 2 guys, because we didn't, you know, we only got the stuff out of lock. We didn't actually loot everything else, because we're going to need the components from those, you know, to start making the hover vessel. Here, hop back off of here for a second. Okay, let's do another cleanse here. Body radiation level dropping. Okay, so where are we going? We are going to head here to the west by southwest direction. Okay, let's do this. There it is right there. We're gonna go loot this guy, and then we're gonna come straight back to the base, pull those ore out, and they should be done by then. I don't want to go down there. Oh my god, what is that stuff? That doesn't look healthy, whatever it is. Okay. Put that down to warm up. Nope. Okay, so let's loot everything this time, including what's in the lockers. And all these components are going to help us get our first hover vessel built here. Okay, are we at 77? We are now. Let's scooch on over here. Set that down. Okay, give us a ration, please. Oh, 2 rations! Oh, and a water condenser. Beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going to help us so much. Was not expecting 2 rations and another water condenser. Okay, so here's the deal. We are going to... we're going to mark this thing as looted. And the reason I'm doing that is because the last time when I played, I never remembered which ones I had actually gone to and which ones I hadn't. Okay, cool. So now, next thing we want to do is we want to go back to the base, which is, let me make sure I'm pointing the right direction. Back up, yeah, back up that way. And we want to get both of these water condensers going, but we're going to have to stop off and get a little bit of wood to make some fuel to fuel them. So many things that have to get done. Let's hit this tree here. Oxygen's getting really low. Okay, so let's put this on defense mode. That was amazing, man. 2 more rations. That buys us a lot more time. Twice as much time, in fact, as we currently had. So, yeah, getting the hover vessel going is a lot more important than you might think, because what's ultimately going to help us survive is looting. Okay, let's get some oxygen going. Oxygen is, you know, a big thing in the very early part of this, but we'll eventually get a handle on that. We've already got a handle on the radiation. And then we're going to have to loot for food and, you know, better armor and all the other stuff that's going to help us survive. Am I even harvesting this thing? I hope so. Doesn't... We got 2 wood logs out of it. Okay, I wasn't quite sure if we actually were or not. Let's head back and get some fuel going. We're racing against time, man. Racing against time. Okay, get this guy put down. Alright, we're going to put half of that in there and queue up some fuel, and the other half in here and queue up some fuel. Now, while that's going on, we're going to grab the ore out of here, and we're going to go into our own constructor and build one of those, and we looted another one, which is fan-frickin-tastic. And let's put that over... let's put these, like... I just want to kind of keep everything together so I can stand, you know, near the heater and stay warm while I'm working on stuff. Let's see. This guy, whoops, this guy will be dedicated to making fuel eventually. But, you know, we need the fuel immediately, so we'll get those guys going now. And this guy's going to be kind of our main constructor. So let's put all these components that we've already found in here. Okay, good. Now, here, let's put those down there. Now, we're going to need, I think we're going to need some metal too. So we could take some of the metal off of the Hongo here. Oh yeah, let's get that going too. But we don't, you know, we still want to be able to have a bit of a shelter with it though as well. What's up here? Nothing really. Okay, I'm gonna go to salvage because we need the components. Boy, that takes forever, doesn't it? Oh, wait, no, I can use the... I'm not thinking. I got the multi-tool. Duh. Get that down quick. Do not want to get cold. Is that all we got out of that? Oh, no, we got some of that out there, too. We can put those in. We'll keep the pills up there. Let's put these extra thingamadoodles in right now. We're going to keep the explosives, though, because we're probably going to need those later. I don't think we need the light. That's not helping us. We will keep the cores with us. We do have to watch our volume, though. Alright, so we got one thing of fuel out of there, and we got... here, let's put it in here and get this going. Okay, how are we doing on this guy? This guy's almost ready, so we'll put the other fuel in him. Oh, we already had biofuel. Oh, didn't even know that. We must have looted it. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. Okay, so that being the case, here, let's transfer another wood over to here and keep this thing going on the fuel. Well, I guess it's already got a full stack there. Okay, this guy's ready to go. Let's set him over here, and we'll put these fuels in there. Okay, so we got 2 of these guys working on O2 for us. We still have 7 bottles here. And, you know, hopefully we can stay ahead of that. It's not going to be simple. So I think the next thing I want to do is go get some more wood to make a little more, you know, keep a little more fuel going. Then we're going to mine up another stone to get some more ore to make another one of these, because we need about 4 of these really to sustain us because of my very slow settings and the poor quality of the snow here and all that sort of thing. Health is good. Food is about halfway down. Oxygen is not bad. Let's cleanse ourselves. Yeah, that sounded terrible, didn't it? But you know, it's not a bad thing to cleanse yourself. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. So yeah, wood, stone. Wood and stone. That's what we're doing. Wood and stone. Let's go over to these trees here. We're doing good so far, guys. We're doing good so far. Okay. No. Shifty. Shifty's your friend. Shifty. Sounds like Shifty. Okay, defense mode. Let's get some wood. It'd be nice if the, you know, the trees and the stone and all that had like the health bar like the enemies do, so we kind of knew, you know, how far along we were with them. Yep. Temperature's good, radiation's not too bad. We're at 0.2 body radiation right now, so we're doing okay in that regard. Oh, let's go over to that cache and finish looting it too, by the way. Because remember, we only hit the lockers. We didn't hit the actual other chests in the cache. Okay, take all that, take all that. Yes, Shift E or FE, for those of you who don't remap your keys, doesn't seem to work on these containers. I remember that from last time, too. All right. Are we at 77? Yes, we are. Let's move around to the other side. No, let's just pick that up and walk around to the other side. And one more. Okay, good. So we got some more components for our thingamadoodle. Let's go over to this stone here and the trees, and we can hit the stone and the trees. No, we need a resource drill for this. Not a moment to waste. Defense mode for the tree. Body radiation is at 0.4. Okay, how much wood do we have? We have 9. Let's get just a little bit more. We're getting XP for doing this too, so it's, you know, we're killing two stones with one red laser from the survival tool. Actually, 2 trees. Is that what I said, or did I say stones? I can't remember now. That's what happens when you get old. Can't remember shit. So we'll hit this tree. We'll head back, put these in for the fuel. And then we need to get another 60 stone for... we actually need to get 120 more stone in total. So, like I said, I want to make 4 of those condensers all together. We so lucked out by getting 2 more rations, because that buys us so much more time. Very, very pleased about that. Excuse me. Here, let's mark this cache as looted. Okay. All right, you know what? I think we waited just a little too long. I don't want to take the chance of my body temperature getting too cold. It's so incredibly important that we don't get cold. Okay, so let's put most of the wood in here. We're gonna need a little bit in the other one for stuff, and then yeah, we still have a bunch of fuel queued up there, so we're good to go. These guys have made an oxygen for us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now they're going to be making water, which is good because we need that too. And then we're going to put the components in here, and we can make let's make the iron ore that we're going to need out of that. And wait a minute, hold on, stop making fuel. No more fuel for you. Yeah, right, okay. So stones, we need stones now. Let's get some stones. And what, hold on. My brain's telling my hands to do stuff, and my hands can't keep up with my brain. Alright, so we need to go finish looting this supply cache as well. And so we're gonna work our way towards here, and we're gonna hit stones along the way, okay? That's the plan. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. The goal is to come back with 105 stone. I keep doing that. 105 stone is what we're going to need to make 2... Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Doggone it. We're doing so good, too. I completely forgot. There's too many things to try and remember here. And that's the easiest thing to control, too. I'm just being a frickin' noob. Alright, so... If that reduces our radiation... It doesn't take away the burn, though. That does, but... Then we get hurt. Phew, okay. Disaster averted. Where's the bike? Oh, get this down. It's like, oh, too many things to remember. Too many things to remember. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We're doing good. You probably got some water going. Okay. Let's pull you out. And you're probably very close to having some water ready. We're just going to put the water in there. Guess we'll throw that in there for now, too. We got an extra fuel, and we got our 1 iron ore. Let's just store that in there for the moment. We will continue to put fuel in here for now, but it might, you know, once we get up to the point where we're doing a chainsaw, we might pull some of that back out. We'll see how it goes. Oh my god, okay. We're okay. We're okay, because we have more, you know, salves if I have another senior moment, which I probably will. One thing we could do, too, is we could just leave a heater here all the time. Let's do that. Well, yeah, let's just leave that heater there all the time. Okay, let's go get our bike, And now we're going to head towards the alien POI and mine stone, or I'm sorry, the alien supply cache and mine stone along the way. What happened to it? Oh, we're going the wrong direction. That's what happened to it. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to mine stone along the way after all. Let's go directly to it, loot it, and then we can mine stone on the way back. But we have to keep an eye on our radiation level is a thing. Let's also stop and do a warm up here. Get that temperature back up to 77. Thank you very much. And keep moving. Okay, so let's loot the component tree out of this place. Time for some O2. Maybe we'll find some of those little bottles too. Okay, let's go around and hit these guys. Oh, a flux coil, nice. I checked that, right? Yeah. It's one of the first ones we hit. Okay, good. Let's warm up. Body radiation is at 0.3. So, let's head back towards the base and mark this guy now as looted. Okay, base is... yeah, we're heading right towards it. So we'll hit a couple stones along the way, but when we get to about, say, 0.7 body radiation, we gotta head straight back. That'll be our cutoff point. Where's that stone at? So we're at 0.5 right now. Still 0.5. Let's head over to this stone here. Point 6. Okay. We'll hit the junk later. We need to get back. Because we're at we're at 0.6 still, but we're going to hit 0.7 probably before we get back. Don't want to take any chances. Okay. Excellent. Okay, how much stone do we have? We've got 19. That's not very much, but we had to get back here. So, we're going to need 3 copper. We'll only actually be able to make 1. How are you doing on fuel, man? Oh, you're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. Okay, let's put the components in here. Now, can we make a... here, let's put a core in there too. Can we make a core for a hover vessel? We can. Right? No. We need the block for it. Hover vessel starter. We're missing steel blocks S8. Steel blocks 8. Oh no, we're small. Steel blocks small, and we need 8 of them. That's what that means. Okay, let's get our multi-tool. Now, I would eventually like to get this place sealed. So I don't want to take blocks away that's gonna mess it up. Man, we probably better not take blocks away from this place. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple we could get away with, like maybe this one here. We want salvage, not... Yeah, as long as it's not something that's gonna mess with the place being sealed. So we can grab all these blocks here. Don't hit our shower. That would not be good. We can hit those blocks. And those blocks. Food's in the yellow now. Yeah, none of those are needed. Oh, that was needed. Shit. Okay. Well, you know what? It's not critical right at the moment. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a solar thingamadoodle. You know what? Solar power doesn't work. So let's actually salvage that. Solar power doesn't work on this planet. Or it says that it's ineffective. Okay, is that enough steel? It is. Okay, let's get our hover vessel started. Our hover block rather. So we're gonna make this, then we're gonna make the cockpit, and we're gonna put the cockpit on here, and then we can actually get inside the cockpit for some shelter. I might not even bother trying to pressurize this place at all. That might not even just be worth it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, what are we doing? We're out of time. That's what we're doing. We're gonna pause the game. All right, guys. So, whew, this is intense, man. This is really intense. I'll tell you what. But we're doing good. We're doing good. I think we're off to a good start. We still have 4 ration packs. And so what we got to do is, I want to get 2 more condensers made, and full on production for the oxygen. Once we have 4 of those going, we're fine with O2. We will not have an O2 problem at all. So we basically have radiation licked as long as I'm not being stupid and forget to keep cleansing myself. We will have oxygen licked, and we have temperature taken care of as long as we're careful, with the heater and all that, and then it'll just be about the food. So the way we're going to go about that is we're going to make ourselves a hover vessel, and we're going to use that hover vessel to start exploring and looting as many places as we can. And in doing that, we're going to get the food, and we'll eventually find better armor to keep us warmer, and it'll just, hopefully, if all goes well, it'll go uphill from there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment and share out the video. Those things do help. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.